Sort of. We're sort of live, and then I have failed here to actually be running the game. That was really smart. That was well done on my part. That's exactly the way that, that's the kind of quality you expect out of this stream. Starting off on the wrong foot. All right, hello everybody. Today I am flying solo, so I'm going to be trying to play the game and read the comments, which is going to be, I would say, difficult to say to say the least. Anyway, so there are no links allowed right now in the chat. Somebody was asking that, and hello everybody. Good afternoon. Well, it's afternoon here. I don't know what time it is where you are, but maybe it's evening, maybe it's night, maybe it's morning. Who knows? But thanks for joining. And we're gonna get this started. Yesterday we had some problems with some links and things like that in the chat, so I kind of turned that stuff off. We don't want more hijinks here in the. We're here to look at a game and have some fun and try and make it be what it is. So anyway, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I think today, I was trying to decide maybe what I wanted to do, what it was that I was going to. Stream, what part of the game. I could create another character or do a different mode. I could try hardcore for everybody, that kind of stuff. So I wasn't quite sure. Or I could just continue from where I left off last night, and we can continue on down into the ice level and see what we discover down there if you guys want to do that. So how are people feeling? Should I continue what I did last night, or should we go on to make a hardcore thing and then get back to it, or what do we think? So what's everybody feeling like? I think a continue seems to be kind of the consensus here, the early consensus. All right. So let's continue for a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. And if there's time, maybe we'll get into doing something else. We'll get into hardcore or something like that. All right. Now I got to turn off my sound, or at least you guys are going to get a bunch of echoes. So I think that this is where we left off. We had killed the first boss with our wizard. We had gotten our teleport, our awesome teleport spell, which is really fun and kind of broken. I've spent most of the day today kind of fixing bugs with the game. There's been a whole bunch of things that the very helpful beta testers have found, and so I'm really happy that it seems to be working out, and they seem to be finding a whole bunch of stuff, including some pretty critical ones. Where you could fill up your entire buff debuff table, and you couldn't get your buffs anymore. Anyway, all sorts of pretty nasty ones. So all fixed. It seems to be playing much better. This is the latest version. I've patched, I think, 3 times today or something like that, 3 or 4 times. Anyway, it's all good. So welcome everybody. I'm glad that. Oh yeah, I put in blue hair. That was one of the big things that everybody wanted, and yeah, it was easy to put in. So all right. All right, let's keep going then. So we're going to kind of, a little synopsis. We're playing the wizard. We kind of had gone back to, for people that are just joining us here, this is It Lurks Below. It's my new game. This is the wizard class that I'm playing. This is kind of my little base in town. I've built a bank here. This is my little crops area where I do all my farming. This is my seeds vendor. And this is kind of my little town, and I've just defeated the first boss in the game, and they dropped a large bag of recipes, which we're going to learn right now. And what's really nice about that is that there are some new towers that can be made, some new buildings that can be made, 2 new ones, the Wizard of Space and Time, and that takes 30 shaped stone bricks and 10 wood, and then the Hat Shack. And the Hat Shack is exactly what you would think it is. There are, it is a cosmetic item. It doesn't give you stats. I've got my helm graphics turned off right now. That's just an option. You can turn them on and off if you want to see your helm graphics or see your head. And then a hat will override the look of the helm slot and provide you with a hat, but it won't give you any stats, and you'll keep your stats from your helm. Anyway, so the Hat Shack is something I definitely want to get to. Unfortunately, I only have 1 wheat seed right now, and it's going to take 10 wheat seeds, so it's going to take a little while to get there. I think that we'll start buying some of the wheat seeds if they have them in stock here at the ye old seed shop. So that hopefully will get us there a little bit faster. But I think that we can pretty much make this shaped stone bricks. So shaped stone bricks are just cobblestone. I have one in my inventory. I believe I might have a little bit of cobblestone in my bank. If not, we're going to have to do some mining. I do not. So let's go. There's some cobblestone here, but, you know, I kind of like the way that this looks around my base, so I'm not going to futz with that. I'm going to go ahead and go down and find some cobblestone down here. It should be pretty easy to find. It shouldn't take very long. I could mine it out of the background here, but I hate the way that that looks. So I'll find some in the foreground probably here in a short while. So we're going to kind of go on some adventuring here. MTX confirmed. There's no MTX for those that are worried about MTX or loot boxes or anything like this. This is a one-time price, a one-time purchase. Let's drink some coffee. We're going to need some food. Oh, I also got these last night at the very end. We're gonna equip those. We'll get that buff going. All right. Oh, look at this little treasure room. We can always use more gold. So I've stumbled across a treasure room. I think that I might have seen this before, and I completely forgot about it. It was kind of crazy last night trying to stream and also, you know, detail what the game's like at the same time. So it's pretty likely that I forgot to continue into here and get some of this gold here. It's not going to be a whole bunch, but it's worth going in here. It's worth. And then look it up there. There's some cobblestone up there as well. So we'll go and we'll get some of that cobblestone. These guys are just sitting ducks compared to, because my weapon is way higher than they are. I'm way overpowered for this section. So, well, oh, don't drop down. Don't you dare drop down. All right. Okay, let's see if there's any good questions going on in the, while we'll do some mining here in a second, but we'll answer some questions as we mine. Get Matt Ullman to do the music. Well, I'm trying to do the entire project by myself. I'm not really sure why. I'm not really a control freak or anything like that. I'm not, you know, I just feel like this is a challenge that I'm up to. It's something that I want to do for my career, something that I consider to be fun. So I am doing everything. I've done all the art and the music and the programming and the design. I've gotten a lot of great design feedback and great design ideas already, even yesterday, from the community, as well as from some of the beta testers and people that have been helping me out for a long time. How many bosses are there planned? That's a good question. I'm not really sure how many bosses there are going to be. I would say somewhere in the 10 to 15 range of different bosses. So how many of these did I need? I needed 30 bricks. So we're at, right now we have 24, so we need 6 more here. I hope this game gets a lot of bosses. Yeah, me too. I would really like to. And, you know, if the game is semi-successful, I'll be able to continue to work on it. So I'll be able to add bosses. I'll be able to add content to the game. Hopefully I'll be able to do something like add multiplayer. I'll be able to support more platforms, more languages, that kind of stuff. But since I'm doing this kind of on a shoestring budget and I'm doing it all by myself, it's important to realize that it's, I'm just trying to finish first. I'm trying to get the game. It is only on one platform. It is only PC. It's only Steam right now. But, these things might change as time goes on, and we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping that the game is successful enough to make... to allow me to give it some good support. All right, so I have built my new blueprint, which is a new building. Buildings are things that you can place. Where did I come in? I came in from down here. I could just teleport back to my town, but the problem with teleporting back to your town is that you only have one kind of save spot in the teleporting. So if I teleport back to town now, my save spot for where I teleport back to when I'm in town will be right there. And I want it to be back at the boss where I had just completed the first boss. So we're gonna go back down there in a minute Where did I come in? Did I come in over there? No, I must have come in over this way. No. Treasure chest. This seems... I'm lost. I'm lost in my own game here. This happens a lot, actually. I think I gotta go up here. I think I gotta go up. Was there a... No, there's not one here. Oh, missed it. So we'll make our way back to the surface here. All right, let's see. Do you have an idea of when you want to release the game? That's a good question. You know, I'll say when it's done. I think it's going to be much sooner than, you know, later. That my plan is to try and finish this in kind of a shorter time period, you know, hopefully in the next few months or so, and we'll see how it goes. Like but I'm not going to release it till it's ready, right? I'm not going to release it until it's done and it's got the content and the balance and stuff that I expect and I want out of the project. So it may end up taking longer, but I'm really, you know, I've done the entire thing in a year and 2 months, so I can work pretty rapidly, and I suspect I'll be able to get things completed in short time frame. Oh, there's some wheat. Good. We need more wheat seeds. That's great. I think we're going to place the tower right here next to the cow. The cow's a little lonely, and I think that, you know, we're down to 4 minutes on our carrots here. Okay, so food rots over time, and so it's important. One of the things that's difficult about the game in general is that there's kind of this different meters. You have food, and you have health, and you have mana, which are basically the amount of shots you have in your wand, and your energy. The energy, when it runs out, doesn't do anything but just make you super slow. When the food runs out, when you're hungry, then you get into a situation where you start taking damage, and you die pretty rapidly. So if you run out of food, you're most likely going to die. Okay, I need to cook some vegetables here. I got some carrots and cabbage. This lasts a lot longer. This lasts almost an hour of real time before that rots, so it takes a while for that to go. We're going to hold off on the building here. We're down to our last vegetable, so it is time to start planting. We're going to get our little garden going here, a little garden going on. Make sure that we're going to have enough food to last us through the winter. We're going to squirrel away our goodies here. Squirrel away our cabbages and carrots for a rainy day or something. So my character is highly addicted to coffee here at this point. I keep drinking coffee to keep me awake. It's I would say just don't try that at home. It's probably not really good for you. However, I can say from experience that, you know, this does happen, that people do drink a lot of coffee, including myself, to stay awake. So there we go. The game does not have a story right now. However, I have a story in mind. There will be a story, and I will be, you know, it'll be integrated into the game. It'll be story kind of light, for lack of better description, mainly because, you know, it's going to be kind of Diablo 1 level story. There'll be some story and some flavor text and things like that that will make it interesting and make the world really deep, but it won't necessarily be like you're playing through a story game. I would say, you know, there are games where story is the big part of the game. That's not really what this is going to be. This is going to be more of a story light thing. So there's a little bit of an adventure. There's a little bit of what's going on. You know, what lurks below? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out what lurks below, but I can tell you it's not going to be something good. It's going to be fully bad. What the heck happened here? What happened? Did I lose my blueprint? Did somehow I lose my blueprint? Did I put it somewhere? Did I sell it? What happened to it? Did it just disappear? Did I find a bug? I don't see it anymore. Am I just blind? Oh, I just stuck it in there. That's what happened to it. Oh my god. What the hell? Alright, so we're going to place this tower here. Look at that, right next to the cow. Thank you, cow. And this is the wizard of time and space. The time and space wizard will sell books. Okay, so one of the things about the game is that, like, how are you going to do different difficulties? How are you going to do, increase the difficulty of the dungeon? You'll have dungeons with random affixes, different difficulties, and things like that. So you'll take these books and you read them, and it remakes the world from kind of it keeps the top layer the same. It removes all the monsters, it puts in new monsters, and then respawns and remakes the rest of the world. So the rest of the world below the first kind of layer of dirt gets kind of deleted, regenerated completely, new monsters and stuff with different affixes and whatnot. So there'll be random affixes with these books and whatever. So there'll be different difficulties and different affixes that you can do, and you can create different kinds of dungeons and worlds to explore. And so that's one of the things that's coming. And then of course we've got to make our hat place. But the hat place, like I said, it's going to take some wheat. And right now we are at a whopping 6 wheat seeds. I think that it was a nighttime. I think a nighttime went through. I don't know if the vendor is refreshed. They refresh once a day. Oh, look at that. They did. Oh, and there are 3 more wheat seeds for sale. So, okay, we're doing all right. We got one more day, I think, and then we'll have enough wheat seeds to kind of to plant and get ourselves going on the hat shop. And maybe we'll buy a sombrero if we get lucky. So there are maps. Yes, there is going to be a map system. That is correct. How many buildings are there? Right now, there are 4, but I have plans for about 10 different buildings. So they're going to be quite a bit. You're going to kind of expand your town and grow your town over time and make, your little village as you get all sorts of fun NPCs to come help you out and do things, sell you things, add kind of different stuff to the game. There'll be maybe like a gambler and a person that sells different types of rare blocks and all sorts of crazy recipes. And so there'll be all sorts of fun shops to visit and get new things. So that's the idea. Do you have plans for a cooking skill? There is a cooking skill. It's not really a cooking skill. There are recipes in the game. So a lot of the game has a bunch of different crafting things, and as you learn recipes, the different categories kind of show up. I've got some rings I can make, for instance, and I've got some armors that I can make, and food is one of the categories. So, you can make different types of food. The food vendor will sell different recipes. Like, here's a recipe for bread, an energy bar, a berry pie. Now, berry pie is a great recipe. We're going to buy that, even though that was kind of expensive. It's 1,000 gold. Berry pie is a great one. I really like berry pie. And now I can make the berry pie, and I got to be standing here next to the oven to make it, and I need a wheat bushel and a berry. And what's nice about this is that when you eat this will give you a regeneration buff. So it's really nice to kind of eat that before you run into a boss and have a nasty fight. Okay, let's harvest all of this here. Get our food all set up. I think we're just about ready to go back down and do some exploring. We got enough carrots and cabbage here. Let's make sure that we have enough seeds. We got to get this number above 10. I just extract seeds till I get above 10. Great. So we have 12 cabbage seeds, 11 carrot seeds. I make a little 10 by 10 grid here for my farm, and then we, that takes care of us. I think that's enough for me. It's kind of the right pace for me in terms of my food needs. I think it kind of, that's what I need. Okay, we don't know what kind of mushroom this purple mushroom is. Are we just going to eat a mushroom? Should we just eat a mushroom and see what these purple mushrooms are? So just out of the blue. So you can identify items in the game. Some items need to be identified, including all the mushrooms. They're not identified. And sometimes they're good things and sometimes they're bad things. And every single game, each mushroom type, there's like 15 different mushrooms in the game. All right, there'll probably be more at launch, but right now there's about 15 different mushrooms. I choose like, I don't know, 8 or 10 of them, something like that. And then I assign them a random color. So what is the potion, I mean the mushroom of you know, full health? One game might be white. And then the next game, it might be purple. And the next game, it might be some other color. So each time you play, each time you have a new character, it will kind of reset what the mushrooms are and what they are and where they appear in the game. So you never really know. You can discover what they are by eating one. So we're going to eat one. Oh, it turned out that that was a good one. It looks like I got some sort of buff. Oh yeah, it was a regeneration. A little first aid. A little first aid. So it's a regeneration muffin. It gives you a lot of health in a shorter period of time. So that was actually, it's a really good mushroom. But let's dig on down here. We've defeated the boss. We're going to get down into the ice area and try and do our next things here. All right. Oh, there's another one. So one of the things that I have is I do have the teleport as the wizard. So we're going to pick up that mushroom there. That was nice. Okay, here we go. We're getting down into the ice area. Okay, now the monsters down here are, I would say, a lot harder than the monsters above. There are several different types of monsters that are down here. There are teleporting monsters that will backstab you, and there are monsters that destroy blocks, and melee monsters that shoot poison beams out of their face. So it is pretty gruesome down here. It can get really ugly really quickly. You can start falling through the world and get yourself into a nasty, nasty bind pretty quickly. So this is a new type of ore that I've just discovered here. This is Mithril. This is the next layer of ore. I'll be able to upgrade my armor and get better stats and have gems that are a different shape. They're kind of triangular shape instead of bars there. And so they'll be slotted in, but we're going to want to make our pickaxe to make the digging go faster first. What is the content you kept dying to in your wife's streams? The one you say to make it. Oh, I make all sorts of content. I die all the time. The game's incredibly hard. You can die from hunger. You can die from. There are just so many things you can die from. I'm sure that I'll be showing that off soon. So that's one of the things. Like, while I've been doing a lot of testing, I think we only need 4 ore to make the new pickaxe. So we're gonna go back and make the new pickaxe here. You need 2 bars, 4 ore. Yep. Oh, I need 3 mithril bars. Oh no! All right, we gotta go back. Back into the dungeon here. Okay, let's see what we got here. I hate, this room can be very difficult because usually there's just a ton of monsters on the bottom. I don't know why all the monsters spawn on the bottom, but they do. Oh, there's one of the teleporting guys. He's trying to backstab me. See how oh, I'm being surrounded. Oh my god. All right. That was difficult. All right, let's get some of these. Oh god, all right, so, oh no. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is really bad. Okay, there's a lot of guys down here. Oh, and I'm out of torches. This couldn't have gone worse. All right, we're gonna tell, oh, I can't translate. Oh, I can translocate over there. All right, let's go back. Let's see if we can kill this guy. Come on, don't kill me. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was not prepared. I had run out of torches. I couldn't see anything. They were blowing up the blocks. They were critical hitting me. That was nasty. I can't believe I actually lived. I think that the only reason I lived was because my ancient magic shield. Oh my god. Whew. Okay, we're gonna translocate up here and kind of rest up. Let's get one of these periwinkle shrooms of health here going. We're gonna heal ourselves up. I had like run out of stamina. That was just a disaster on every front. But thank goodness. Why do I have a stick? I was able to kind of survive that. That was almost highly embarrassing. All right. I think that we got all our buffs back. Let's put our shield back on. Let's light it up down here a little bit so I can see what's going on. Let's take care of this guy. The big oozes break into 3 little oozes, which is, you know, these little guys are tough. They are nasty. They're constantly kind of hitting you. All right, we're jumping down. We're gonna Leroy Jenkins this here. Oh, maybe I can just reach these guys out here. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yes, my wand just reaching further than theirs. So that was nicely cheesed there. I feel really good about this. Showing off the cheesing tactics here. These smart tactics. That's what we're gonna say. Smart, cheesy tactics. All right. So everything's kind of safe down here. I'm gonna now safer. They kind of dug their way down in here. Oh, there's a bunch of ore over here, which is nice. We got a bunch of blocks. Let's see what they've dropped here. Regeneration. Reflective lightning wand, I don't really care about that. Bottle of coffee we could always use. And here is a new lucky crystal. That's a new kind of triangular crystal that that fits into the mithril armor. Oh, we got a treasure chest. We finished all the monsters in this room. We killed them all except for, you know, the ones that spawn out of the big ones don't count. The little jellies that come out of the big jelly, the big gelatinous cube, don't count in terms of the monster count for the room, so that's helpful. All right, so let's keep digging down here. How are we doing on food? I think we're doing fine. I think that it's a new day too, so we might go. Oh, I want to go back. I want to mine that other ore. I missed that other ore. Let's see. We got some questions here. Do you have the game fully fleshed out before programming? No. No, I would never get anything done if I had the game fully fleshed out. You know, I have a basic concept, and you know, one of the fallacies or one of the things I think I can't make games the way that maybe some people can. In that some people, they have to plan out everything and every little detail and make sure that it's right before they actually, you know, play test the game. And I can't do that. It's never really been part of my DNA. It's never been really the way that I've operated, and I have to kind of, oh, this sounds like it's going to be fun. I'll put it in, and I test it out, and oh, that was kind of bad. I've got to be willing to be flexible and change things. So for me, game development's very, very fluid. And so I kind of start out with a basic concept. Oh, this is kind of what I'm going for. This is what I would like it to be. But in reality, it may have to change because it's going to, a big health potion. We like those. Those are helpful. Especially down here. Our hit points have started to climb, and the little health potions are only 100, heal only 100, so they just can't keep up to our health pools as they kind of climb and climb. So game development's much more fluid for me than I think a lot of people. Some people, they plan out everything, but for me, it is very much a work in progress all the time. All right, let's get this ore here. Okay, so glad you're streaming this again, Graybeard. Didn't realize you meant PST yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry you missed it, Wolf Crier. You can see the VOD is up on Twitch. Some people have reported that they've seen it, so that's good. I hold you in high regard. I actually think you are awesome. Thank you so much, Valkron. However, I just can't stand pixel games. I feel like I'm back in 1983 playing Atari, seeing the game. That's all right. You know, you don't have to. My games aren't going to please everybody. I understand that, and maybe this isn't to your liking. Maybe you won't like the graphics or whatever, but that's okay. I don't mind. You know, some people are going to like it, and some people aren't. I like it, so that's what's important to me. Is that I don't mind pixel graphics. I really kind of enjoy them. So I like the retro feel. But anyway, Blue Video Game says, how do you come up with ideas or inspiration? You know, Blue Video Game, that's a really tough question and people have asked me that before, and I don't really have an answer. I don't really know. How do you come up with ideas for anything? I think that it's just from playing other games. It's from thinking about games all the time. You know, I live, breathe, eat, etc. video games, right? That's just part of my makeup all the time. It's just something that I'm thinking about and I'm doing and I'm making all of the time, and it's really hard for me to think about anything else. Did I drop my... Oh, no, there it is. I was like, could not find my hoe there. That was... I thought that I had dropped it on the ground or something. All right, let's dig across here, get some dirt mounds going. We're going to go one short there so we can finally get rid of that oddball. We need 10 wheats here to make our hat building, because we're going to need a hat. We're going to need a fancy hat to carry us through to the end. You know, there are a few things that are just necessary in the game, and that is one of them. All right, let's see. I think I can craft some... Yeah, we can craft some food here. We're going to need some food. We can craft one more of them. Great. We'll eat this carrot. We'll take a little nap. We're going to take a little rest. We're going to take a little snoozer, and I can read. So as you snooze, time passes 4 times as fast. Blizzard is still looking for creative director for Diablo 4, says Black Ozzy 87. Yeah, I know. People tell me about that all the time. What inspired the art style of the game? It reminds me of Starbound. Yeah, Starbound was a big influence on this game, for sure. I love Starbound. There's a lot about this that's similar to Starbound. It's just kind of different controls. It's Starbound kind of mixed with Diablo and a little bit more action-oriented. Starbound, you know, is a little bit more of a, you go to different planets and explore the different environments and collect the different blocks and make your fort kind of thing. It was a little bit more sandboxy. This is more of a kind of a roguelike game where you're going down in random monsters and you're trying to kill bosses. So it's much more of a, yeah, much more straightforward in that way. Oh, look, there's some cool looking treasure chests over here. I think we'll teleport over here and... Oh, no, I've been frozen! I've been frozen. Oh, my God, you guys don't know how lucky we are today. We are so lucky. We have just found the portal. We have just found a portal to a secret area. Oh, this is really exciting. This does not always show up in every game. It is kind of rare. And it did show up. This was not planned. I swear. I didn't know that this was in here. This is kind of exciting. So I'm excited that we found this portal. We're not gonna go in there yet. We're gonna save going in there for a little later. It is super deadly in there. We are not prepared. We'll get in there. We'll get in there and get ourselves some good stuff later. There's all sorts of really fun things to do inside the portal, but we are not ready. Scroll of Blessing. We don't need the Scroll of Blessing. All right. Okay, that's very exciting that we found this. I don't know how we're gonna kind of remember where this is on the map, but we kind of remember where we're at. I don't think it'll be too hard to find it again. I think it will be all right. Okay, Scroll of Identification. We have a bunch of stuff here. I don't really like a lot of these. That's pretty good. Total armor 10%, don't care. Magic Find, love Magic Find, but I don't care today. We have a lot of Mithril here. We should probably go back. We're not going to use that. Okay, I want to mine this little bit of ore right up here before we go in. Anyway, finding this portal here is going to be is just very helpful. It's going to be very helpful. It'll be fun to go in there later. Okay, can you pick up the scroll without going into the portal? I can, I think. Pick up the scroll, there we go. Without going in the portal. To go into the portal, you have to press a different key. You have to press E to operate and go into the portal. You can right-click on the items to pick them up. One of the things that I've done in this game is that if you don't like what you are selecting, and there's a couple things on top of each other, you can right-click and it'll cycle through the different things that it's selecting. So it's saying, hey, there's several different things to select from. Try something else here. That kind of helps get you through some of the... we're going to get up here and we're going to get some of this ore too. All right. I keep forgetting about my translocate. I was using it all the time last night, but today, for some reason, I'm kind of having a tough time remembering. What lurks below? We will find out. Won't we find out? We're going to find out that it's not good. That's for sure. Has there ever been, you know, in my games, has there ever been something that's real? Uh-oh, we have squids. We have Cthulhu monsters that are, oh my god, they're just blowing everything up. It's just total pandemonium. It's total chaos over here. Oh my god. Oh, and backstabbies. We got backstabbies. Oh, they just teleported right behind me. Okay. Whew. All right. Well, okay. That changed the landscape a little. This should be a little easier to find now that the entire area is blown up. Let's go get this. Let's go get this chest here. Get a little bit more coffee. Uh-oh. Down here we have Gore Weaver. Gore Weaver the Destroyer. The unique monster Gore Weaver the Destroyer's down here. We're gonna get after him in just a minute. All right, let's get ourselves a little bit more vitality. Let's go back to the surface. We're gonna take some of this mithril that we have, and we're gonna make some bars. We're gonna get a new set of stuff going. We almost have our wheat, so we're almost ready to make our hat building. And let's get some mithril going here. Okay, we got lots of mithril now, so we have plenty to make our Mithril Pickaxe, which is #1 priority because that just makes the mining go faster. We all want that. Let's see what kind of we can afford pants. Probably pants is the best. We'll get the pants going first, I think. So let's get pants going first. Pants right now I have, that's kind of useless. This is gonna be 251 hit points right now. This is hit points are scaled on level. So this is a, you know, as I go up higher and higher in level, this not only does this piece of armor have 200 hit points on it, but now with the crystal has an additional 251. This is gonna be 451 hit points that I'm gonna put on me. So that's gonna push us over the 1,000 mark, which is really, really great. That's gonna be helpful. Okay, so I think that things are looking good. Oh, the wheat is popped. The wheat is popped. Look at that. Look, I got blue pants. I got blue pants with my copper armor here. That's looking really styling. But more importantly, we have wheat. We have wheat, and we're gonna take this wheat, and we're gonna make ourselves a hat hut. Oh, look at that! 3 berries. We'll take the berries. We're going to consume the berries. Berry. Lovely. Okay. Okay, we're going to put some of our stuff in our bank. We don't need a lot of this stuff. It's kind of taking up some of our space. We're going to have to do a little bit of organizing here. We're going to have to clear some space for the next building as well. So let's get this copper armor kind of pushed over here. This violin is really good. It's just that I can't feel, I feel like my slots are full here. I'm happy with my slots. I think I'm happier. This is, I don't know if I want this dodge. 10% chance of dodging is not that great. So we're going to upgrade this, though. We'll upgrade that. Now we got a 20% chance of dodging. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We might see that actually happen. You'll get a little message when you dodge. It'll kind of appear above your head. Why do we have 1 iron ore there? I'm not really sure. Okay, we're not going to get any more of those blocks. Those are kind of the old blocks and the muddy dirt. We've kind of gone out of that section. We have some old health potions. We're not gonna need those. We got the new health potions going. We have, these are kind of some of the new stones. We got an ID scroll, seeds. Okay, we've got all that stuff we're going to kind of need. Wood, we're running terribly low on wood, which is no good. So we're gonna probably use, we'll get a scroll of sustain going right away. Well, we might as well throw in, well, we're not going to do a blessing because we're going to go, scroll of sustain is just useful anytime because it reduces the energy burn, your stomach burn, so yeah, you can use that at any time. We're gonna probably dig up an area right in here to like put a little platform in here right near the cow. We'll build a little ladder to a better tomorrow. where we can, well, maybe the hut will just fit right here. The hut is not that big, but we're going to need some wood in order to get this this hut built, because we're going to have to chop down some trees and get ourselves going here. Let's see. What are the other statuses under the health? So we've got health up here is at the top. This is your mana, which is the number of shots in your wand before you need to recharge. You can recharge at any time by pressing R, so you don't have to. It'll automatically recharge if you run out, but then you can hit R to recharge at any time. Stomach, this is how much, you know, your hunger level, and you have to kind of keep that up. And then below that is your stamina, how much energy you have, and you have to rest or drink coffee to kind of keep that going. And while you're resting, you do heal if you're in a bed. Oh, look at this, more berries. Lots of good old-fashioned berries here. But we're gonna go try and chop down some trees. I don't know, it seems like we're short on trees. I don't know, maybe all the trees clustered together somewhere. All right, didn't you say the violin synchronized with the wizard? It does. So the violin really did synchronize with the wizard, and so I hesitate to do that. I hate to do that. I hate to make these, you know, these are the tough choices that are gonna kind of come up in the game. You know, what's your build? So the cool thing about the violin was that the violin gives you elemental protection. And elemental protection will prevent you from being stunned or being poisoned or being, you know, catching on fire or getting frozen, you know, whatever the monster's type of damage it is. So the further and further you go in the game, the more likely that these things are going to happen, that you're going to get, when they hit you, you're going to get poisoned or frozen or on fire, and you can be multiple things at once. And so getting that elemental damage up is important. And one of the wizard's things is, even as he's increasing that elemental damage, he also will, you know, gain damage benefit from it. So as his elemental damage goes up, the amount of offense, the amount of damage his wand does also goes up. So that those kind of synchronize really well and together. But you know, I like the dodge. You know, I think that the dodge is just kind of fun. But you know, who knows how many times I'm going to get critical hit? It only starts really activating on critical hit. So will it be worth it? I'm not really sure. Will the damage that I'm doing all the time versus being able to dodge the damage, I'm not really sure which one's better. Maybe the violin's better. It's probably better. And it does synchronize well, but you know, I like having life. And so the dodge is just kind of in my wheelhouse, as just my preference. So there'll be all sorts of weird builds that you can make, and the optimal things somebody will sit down with a calculator and figure it all out. But that's not what I'm doing right now. Okay, we have a bunch of berries that we just got, which is really nice. Those don't last long, but and they don't provide much, but they sure are kind of nice as a little way to tide yourself over between between meals. Okay, so we have plenty of wood now. I just gathered up almost 150 wood. We need 5 of these vertical beams, and we need 5 of the horizontal beams. And I think that's it. Then we can make our shop. Bam! There we go. We got our hat shop. The hat shop is real. Let's see if we can place the hat shop. Bam! Look at that. The hat shop fits in between. Look at that. So nice. Right? The cow is just going to hang out right there in between. And let's see what they've got for sale. Oh, look at that. They got a bandana for sale. The bandana, the military beret, the cowboy hat. Oh, this is really going to be awesome. We're going to go bandana just because bandana is kind of badass. We're going to go with the smuggler's look there. There we go. All right. Looking sharp. Okay, do you have sports? Cow can have hats. Yeah, exactly. So hats are just cosmetic. I still get all the stats from this this helmet, but this just overrides the look. So like even if I had helmets on, in fact, I'll go back right now. I'll return to the main menu. I'll turn on the options. I'll show helms, and we'll go back into the game really quickly. And I'll take this off. You can see when I have my helmet on, you know, I can just place the bandana over it there, and so it overrides the look of the helmet without helmets. By the way, showing having helm off will still show hats. I made those kind of separate things. I could turn it so that it turns it off, but then why would you build hats and have hats in the game? Anyway, so I kind of like the hats. Anyway, there we go. I think that we built all our buildings now. We got all our food kind of taken care of. We're okay on food, not great. We got all our buffs going. I think we're ready to go back. We got our new Mithril pick, and we're gonna fight this unique. We are gonna try and fight this unique. There's some more ore over here, though. We're just gonna feed our coffee addiction there, and continue to just juice ourselves full of caffeine. All right, there's our ice. Get our ice kind of under here so that these ore falls into me instead of falling down into the ground. We want it to not drop way down below. Please don't leave us, ore. We want to collect you. Thank you. All right. Cobalt Streak is one of the big streams on Twitch, and he loves these kind of games. Well, you let him stream your game, of course. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who that is, but it sounds awesome. Will there be a cow armor DLC? I don't know if there'll be cow armor. But there definitely will be a cow level. So, you know, because it's one of my games. Which one of my games would be complete without a cow level? Let's see. 3D block effect. Yeah, yes, there is a 3D block effect. You can kind of see the blocks, the side of the blocks on these sides. As they move across, you can kind of see up and down. You can kind of, so that the background's kind of this faux 3D, and then the world sprites are all kind of, the things, monsters and players and trees and stuff are all kind of, are 2D on top. So it's kind of a hybrid 2D, 3D engine that I created. The curmudgeon engine, or the curmudge engine, I should say. The curmudge engine, as somebody called it, which I really liked. I thought that was hilarious. Okay, we're gonna translocate up here. We got our ore going. Man, we're getting lucky with the mithril here. We've kind of hit the mother lode of all sorts of stuff to find. Maybe mods read some question Discord. Did you voice the moves yourself? Yeah, of course we voiced the moves ourselves. We just did. I put the cow in like 2 days before the beta, or the night before the beta, or something like that. The morning before the beta. And so, you know, I just threw in some silly voices for right now, which they'll probably still be silly voices for the cows, but I'm not even sure if those cow sounds are final yet. Are you supposed to reveal the cow level? It's supposed to be secret? Yes, absolutely. It's completely secret. What I'm saying is, will you get Cobalt Street to get the current build? Well, the beta right now is full. We've been debating whether or not to have some others in it, but I'm standing kind of firm on keeping the beta kind of closed right now. And I know there's a lot of interest and a lot of people that would love to play it, but really right now there are more bugs and more issues than I can handle. Right? Since I'm doing this all by myself, like having this. Having all these bugs and stuff it's a full-time job. Like, I've spent all day kind of working on different builds and fixing bugs and stuff like that, and so really more people, I think, are just going to find bugs faster, and that's almost what I don't need right now. I can barely keep up with what's going on. So I think that right now the thought is that we aren't going to add some more. However, times that never say never. It might happen. But I'd say right now it's quite unlikely. Are you really lucky with mithril spawns, or can we expect it to be this easy? I think that I kind of hit a little bit of a jackpot right here. They seems like there's been a couple areas right next to each other that have been kind of filled with mithril, which has been helpful. All right, that's a lot of bad guys. I think we're gonna teleport here. Okay, I don't quite have enough gold to teleport. I don't think I can. I might be able to hit him from down here. Oh yeah, I could cheese it. But we're gonna fight. Alright, here we go. Oh, backstabber, backstabber. Let's get some. I got shocked, so I'm kind of electrocuted here. Alright, we're out of our little. Oh no, we're out of our shielding, our wizard shielding, but my poison kind of did him in. Poison right now seems to be a little overpowered because oh crap. Oh no, oh no, oh this is bad. This is bad. Oh, oh no, come on. Come on, we gotta take care of there we go. I'm just constantly getting stunned here. Yeah, we might have to go resistance just because I'm getting so stunned. Okay. Taking care of some of these guys here. Oh, that was better. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got a ring of high jump, which I may actually remove from the game because the ring of high jump's kind of fun. It does help, but you know when you make all this stuff and then you kind of build it for the height that you're jumping at, and then you get a ring of high jump. It's like you over jump everything, so it's not really as helpful as I thought it would be. So I may end up removing that item. Okay, we also got a couple crystals. Oh, no. Come on, man. Okay, let's see what we got here. Treasure chest. Ooh, a blue wand. Unknown blue wand. We're out of torches. What? Sustain. We'll read that right away. Alright. I think I already had this, yep, so I can just sell that one. Regeneration, light, blessing, ID, sustain. Okay, we can use this ID on... This is the better one. Lightning, 50 to 54. Yeah, it's barely better. 50 to 84, I'm sorry. Ooh, but minimum weapon damage increased by 17. This is 2 hit points a second, though. Ignores armor. Yeah, I think we're going to stick with the wand that we have still. We'll sell these. Resistance to lightning, don't care. Demons, don't care. Armor, yeah, we'll keep that one. Alright, let's go back to the surface. Let's go back up. Maybe we should get a little bit more ore here. There's a few more that we can collect. See if we can build our chest piece. Maybe some boots. Just kind of get it rolling. What were you saying about poison being nerfed? Yeah, the poison right now does a percentage damage, and on bosses and or I would say unique monsters, it just does way too much. Because the poison sets in and then it's doing big chunks of damage, way more damage than you normally do because it's a percentage-based thing. Percentage-based works great on non-unique, and bosses are immune to these status effects, so it doesn't really matter. But so I think that either I'm gonna nerf poison or I'm gonna make uniques immune to status effects. I'm not quite sure which yet, but something's got to happen. Something's got to give. So we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for your involvement in the Diablo games, David. Diablo 2 is still a huge part of my life. Well, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Can the OOD guys mine the ore for you, or just get obliterated? No, they do. They kind of yes, the Cthulhu-esque squid guys. They do. They mine the ore for you, which is helpful sometimes. Okay. All right. I'm hungry. Still got plenty of food. I'm a little tired. We'll drink a coffee. Got my coffee. Fresh pot. Fresh pot of coffee. All right. These we're selling. We'll take those wheat seeds over here. Alrighty. We've got some wheat seeds going here. Oh, we don't need this ring of high jump. That's not identified. We like those. Let's see. Okay, let's just make some. Let's make some bars of mithril here. We're gonna get ourselves armored up, armored to the teeth, as they say. I'm super. We gotta get ourselves just ready for going into that portal here today, because we're gonna go dive into that portal, and it's gonna be nasty. All right, let's get our chest piece going. Got our chest piece. We can get helm. All right. Total armor increased by 10%. No. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. We'll swap that. All right. Our chest piece has probably our best old crystal in it, so we're gonna yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Would you want to come join?
Do you need help?
Yeah, I could always use some help. You know, it's tough to read the questions and stream at the same time. Hi. So JQ is here, my wife. She's going to help me as she always does. Yeah, I could do the make special enemies take 50% less. Well, one of the things that I could do with the special enemies, and the solution I'm thinking of for this is that all of the unique monsters are upgraded, scaled based on kind of their base monster. So instead of taking a percentage of its maximum hit points, it takes a percentage of its hit points from its base level, or its starting stats, rather than its starting hit points, rather than its unique hit points, which are just kind of scaled up to make the unique much harder. So if I did it based on kind of the original mob's hit points, then I wouldn't have to nerf it at all. They could get poisoned and it would be okay. So maybe I'll keep it that way. I think that seems pretty fair. Doesn't make it OP anymore. So I'll probably go with something like that. Was one of the solutions I was thinking of.
Are there unique legendary recipes in food?
There are all sorts of really rare recipes in the game. Yes. Ooh, a fez and wings. I got a fez and wings. Fez, wings. Fez, wings. Wings. You can't fly with these wings. These are just wings on the side of your head, kind of Captain America style.
Captain America style.
But Thor, they aren't.
Isn't it Thor?
Yeah, Thor's even a better example. So I don't know which one of these to get. I might just splurge and buy them both because I'm a dummy.
Druid's Fire saying Fez.
Yeah, we're gonna go Fez. We're gonna go Fez.
It's totally cute.
We're gonna go Fez first here. All right, so now we got our Fez. All right, there we go. Looking good.
Discovered the Greybeard behind Diablo a few months ago at a conference. Seeing you in the live showing us your new game is like hearts. Love.
Thank you.
Pre-order on Steam.
Yes, you can go to Steam, and you can't pre-order it, but you can put it like on your, follow list or whatever, and any kind of updates that are coming you'll get notified that there's, you'll be able to follow it on your wish list or whatever. So that's any kind of updates. I don't really know how to do a pre-order on Steam. I don't know. I don't know that much about Steam in terms of being a developer on it. All of that stuff's been done by other people. I've never done it myself before, so I'm still kind of reading through the Steam documentation. I think that we're going to change our build. I'm not really satisfied with these boots, and I'm getting stunned a lot. So we're going violin. Mistakes were made. I can admit that. Oh, there was a swap. There was a swap bug. Did you guys see that?
No.
Swap bug. Swap bug. Swapping this way worked. But if this is active and I pick it up and I place it on another item, it doesn't deactivate. So there you go.
We had that other thing, that similar thing.
Anyway, there we go. So you could just keep your buff on and have it in your inventory, which is a no-no. When
is release?
I don't know when release is. I'm hoping, in a few months. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not quite sure when release is going to be. I'm working on it as hard and fast as I can.
Are gems locked?
Gems are not locked. They swap. But somebody was talking about it today, and I've got I'll have something where you can, like, shift right click to pull them out or something like that. But if you place a gem on top of this gem, the other gem, it swaps out or whatever. So you can get the old gems back, is what I'm trying to say.
Is there going to be a wizard hat?
Yeah. There's a bunch of fun hats in the game. There are a bunch of really fun ones.
Bug alert. Yeah, sound the alarm. Bug alarm.
Yeah. Well, we know what I'll be doing after the stream, so that's...
Yeah. Is there going to be multiplayer?
There is. I wish I had time to write the fact today, but there isn't, because this was the most common question yesterday, was that, and the answer is, I'd love to put in multiplayer. There is not multiplayer at launch, but, perhaps I'd be able to, if the game does well enough, I can support it for a while. I'd love to put multiplayer in. It's been designed to have multiplayer, and but it's it is not currently multiplayer. It will be kind of a peer-to-peer, likely most cheatable kind of a multiplayer if I put multiplayer in, because I can't run a server farm and do client server stuff and whatnot. It's just not, that's not going to happen. I mean, maybe if I made a tremendous amount of money off it or something like that, and I could hire a few people to do it, maybe I should say never. But the idea right now would be to just do some peer-to-peer fun. Okay, I'm going to upgrade up the violin to 20 points there.
Do items have fixed stats, or they are in Jesus?
All items are in Jesus. That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true. The ancient items have have set stats. And some of, like, the base of the armor has set stats, but the gems that you place in the armor are all randomly generated, and the wands are all randomly generated. And there's lots of randomness about what drops, and the mushrooms are randomly generated, and there's a bunch of random stuff in the game. Random world, the world's completely randomly generated. The monsters are randomly generated. What monsters appear, what the uniques are, and what kind of their properties are. So it's got just a ton of randomness. World, monsters, and items are all randomly generated. All right.
Epsy has a really important question, David.
Yeah. How long will it be before I patch?
Will Devo the cook get full voice acting and a backstory? That's
very important. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Dread Eaters, the Bloody is over there. He's.
How are characters gonna have a shared bank stash?
No, right now they don't. People were asking about that last night, and I'm not sure what to do about that. Maybe I will. Ooh, goodness. See how powerful the poison is? It's like just doing way too much damage to the thing. So that's... Oh, this guy's just sitting here stabbing me. Yeah, I'm like... He's teleporting around.
Relaxing.
I'm just relaxing. I'm chillaxing. Hey, I teleported away. I'm safe. But no, because they teleport too.
Russian language support.
No, most likely not, especially at launch. But eventually that might happen. But there will be not too many languages supported at launch, most likely. There'll probably only be a few, and most of them will be pretty the German and Spanish, or maybe Portuguese, and kind of the traditional ones that are European languages more than Russian.
How much bigger than the demo do you plan to make the game?
Oh, this is we were talking about last night. This is What, 1/5 of the game? Was that what we were the number we were coming up with? It's about 1/5 of the game.
But it has infinite replayability.
It has infinite replayability. Right now it has 4 different classes. I plan on having 7 or 8 different classes. There are infinite generation. There are 3 different play modes. There's hardcore, there's normal, which is what I'm playing. There's creative, which allows you to like get access to all the blocks and make cool houses and stuff. It's the same game, but it's kind of easier. The monsters are easier and whatnot. It's much more chill. There's no food, you don't have a stomach, and you don't have stamina and things like that. You don't drop your items when you die. There's a bunch of stuff like that make it kind of an easier game. So there's kind of a chill version called creative. Then there's this normal version, then hardcore, which is when you die, your character is done, deleted. It's not, you have to delete it, but you can't access it anymore. The game's over. So that's...
Oh, so Imaho lost his people, his vendors. How do they come back?
That is because there's an invasion going on. So you have to just kill the entire invasion to get your NPCs back. The NPCs will go away while the town is being invaded. They run for the hills. Uh-oh, this is not good.
Either give me a warrior, fighting class / melee.
No, the plan right now is not to have melee in the game. I tried putting in melee. I didn't like it. It was going to require a ton of animation, and since I'm doing all the work myself, I didn't put it in. However, there are a lot of people that are asking about it. If it's really necessary, it might be worth the frames of animation to do it. So I may end up changing my mind. I wanted it in at first. Then I said, oh, this is going to be too much work, and then I didn't do it. But maybe the work is worth it. So we'll see. Right now, it's all wands, though.
Are there bosses that are going to be able to be farmed?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I wanted wisdom.
Oh, yeah. Is there going to be difficulty modes like normal, nightmare, and hell?
Correct. Yes. That's what the vendor at the top of the world right now. We'll recall back up there real quick. Right up here in the it was over here. This is the wizard that sells maps. Basically, it's kind of like a map system or whatever you want to call it. I call it the reality books, and they will have randomly generated affixes and different difficulties and things like that she will sell. And when you read this book, it regenerates the dungeon. It keeps the top layer of the world and then deletes the monsters, regenerates the entire world. This takes like a fraction of a second. I would show you guys, but we have that portal, and I really want to go into that portal later. So maybe after we go into the portal, I can show this off, that it like regenerates the world in a fraction of a second and puts in brand new fresh mobs. You can go back to the bosses and kill them. You have to go back and dig down and get into the where the bosses are, but it does not take long. There are special items that allow you to dig quickly and stuff. So there's rings that allow you to like dig really fast, and there's you're going to do more and more damage, and there are weapons that let you dig fast, and ancient items that dig big holes and stuff. So you'll be able to get back down into the bosses pretty quickly and start farming them.
What kind of weapon types are there?
There are, right now, there's only wands, but the wands have a lot of randomness associated with it in terms of they've got different damage types. They can be magic or poison or fire or cold or lightning, and etc. So they different kind of damage types as well as different delivery mechanisms. There's beams, and there's arcing, and there's reflective, and there's multi-shot, and there's so there's different ways, and it's different combinations of these things plus different affixes that get on there create nearly infinite amounts of different weapons that you can find.
I feel like
Plus, there are also unique ones, and there are ultra rare ones that have special affixes. So there's a large variety.
I feel like every other question should highlight the fact that you did this game all by yourself.
Yes.
Like
I've done this game all by myself. I did all the art, all the programming. and music and etc. This is a one-person show here, but again, I've had help from people. My wife's helped a lot. Design feedback from a lot of people that's been very helpful. So it's not, I haven't done it in a vacuum, but I have, I've been responsible for the whole project.
Will there be bees?
Bees, maybe, yes.
Bees. Where are the bees?
Yes, there may be bees. There are going to be. One of the things I'm looking forward to putting in soon are just like cosmetic pets that follow you around. So that's going to be coming.
So this is a question that we've gotten a lot. What do you get for leveling up? What's the end game kind of like?
So when you level up, you get attributes that you get to put into, you get to increase one of your attack, vitality, intelligence, wisdom. Attack is the damage multiplier. Vitality gives you no more hit points. Intelligence gives you more shots on your weapon. And wisdom is a reload speed, so that, the reload or recharge speed gets longer and longer and longer the higher item level the wand is. So an item level 25 wand could take 4 or 5 seconds to reload. Oh my god, the surface has been invaded. This is exactly
keep talking about leveling.
Your
teleport's so overpowered. Jesus.
When you level up, you get one attribute that you could spend. Oh my god, here he comes. Oh, we got him poisoned. Everything's fine, folks. He's poisoned.
See, what you need to do is he's not dying.
Yeah, he is. He just has a lot of hit points.
Anyway,
I've got to fix that. I'm fixing that right after this, by the way.
Bugged?
Yeah, poison's not bugged. Poison's doing exactly what it should do, but poison is bugged in that it does too much damage. It's a percentage of the damage. Percentage of their hit points. But with uniques, they have tremendous amount of hit points, so it does a tremendous amount of damage.
Well, the pets have inventory slots.
No.
Also, what's the rule about teleporting? Can you teleport everywhere?
Yep, pretty much.
Teleport everything!
All the teleports.
Oh, there's Oreos in the shot. What took the longest to make?
I'm not really sure what took the longest. Oh, don't! Oh god, I thought that he was an exploder. Exploder will kill my cow. We don't want to kill the cow. We're gonna stand here as an armored, the last line of defense against the cow. We can't lose our cow.
Why don't you just close the door?
Oh yeah, it can't be closed.
The cow blocked the door.
Cow blocked the door.
Oh my god, David.
Cow blocked the door.
Cows blocking the
Luckily,
door.
the blocks in the shops are indestructible. These guys explode when they die, but these blocks are indestructible, so they you won't lose your cow if you fight them inside the buildings. We still have one invader left. Where are you, invader? Oh, there you are. Bring it. I am. Okay, everybody's back. Everything's okay. Eliminated. The force has been eliminated. That is good news. We can get back to our adventure.
What took the longest to make? Oh, did you finish talking about what you get when you level up in endgame?
No. And so one other thing you get is you get an ancient orb. So you get 1 point to spend on your attributes. You also get 1 point, 1 ancient orb. And ancient orbs are used to rank up your ancient items. So you're going to have, the level cap's 50. You're going to have 50 rank ups total in the game between all the different items that you find. And each one, and so it's not 50. I'm sorry. Let me take that back, because going from rank 0 or the starting rank to rank 1 takes 1. Going to rank 2 takes 2 orbs, and going to rank 3 takes 3 orbs. So it takes 6 orbs to rank up 1 ancient item to its maximum. And so, you're only going to be able to rank up less than 10 full to full, like less than that. It's 8. There'll be a little over 8 of them that you can rank up to full. And that's right now. Unless I could put in more ranks and stuff like that too. So I'm not really sure what the plan is. So you get both, some of it is going to be finding these ancient items. There's all sorts of unique items and powerful sets and all sorts of stuff that you'll find, as well as trying to make your build and finding these ancient items that will kind of match your build and make it possible to kind of defeat the guys at the end. Right now, the game's a little too easy, but, it's beta, and that's okay. I mean, it gets too easy at the end. Okay. It's not easy at the beginning.
Not easy. Did we talk about what took the longest to make?
Yeah, I don't really know. It all hasn't really taken a tremendous amount of time, so I'm not really sure which one took the most. I'm trying to think if there was one thing in particular
have you been working on this?
I've been working on it about a year and 2 months.
What was your biggest hurdle so far?
There really hasn't been anything that's been super difficult for me to do because a lot of it I've done before. And the things that I didn't do before...
Steam integration was rough.
Steam integration was new for me, and it wasn't that hard. It turned out to not be that hard, but I'd never done it before.
I guess it wasn't rough.
I just procrastinated on it, mainly.
Maybe... trying to figure out how to get the word out about the game?
Yeah, that's been tough. I mean, that was tougher, like what the strategy was going to be. I think that one of the tougher things has been kind of Windows, fighting with Windows and Windows 10, and some of the ways that they've like the way that they create windows and capture the mouse and like alt tabbing and like force quits and things like that. Like fighting with Windows, the system itself is always aggravating because there's so many different PCs and so many different setups and way people do things, and like they're running this particular, I don't know, whatever. I run this particular antivirus program, and it thinks that you're a virus, and it's oh crap, so there's a lot of kind of weird things that happen. This is exciting. There's the blue gem in there. There's going to be a blue gem for sure coming out of this. At least a blue gem coming out of this crystal vein here. So we're going to see what we got. That's exciting.
Final Boss says this game already has so much more rewarding feedback loop than some of the other similar games out there. Great job so far.
Thank you.
Just so you guys all know, I'm writing down your questions as I see them, and I will definitely get to answering them. If I don't, you can ask them again. It's just David does a lot of talking, so I don't want to interrupt him.
I do a lot of talking. I can talk for days.
He does.
Okay. We're gonna need an identify scroll. So let's show how we can do that. This is the Chromudge engine. This is it is my own custom engine. It is. I wrote it myself just for this game, and it's getting good performance, and it doesn't seem to be too buggy, which is good. That's why I'd say like the Windows stuff was some of the most difficult to do because I haven't really done a bunch of Windows programming in a long time, and it's changed a lot. Okay, parchment. We need parchment for our identify scrolls.
What platform is this going to be released on?
This is PC only on Steam right now. If it's successful enough, I will be bringing it to other platforms most likely. So it just depends on how it goes.
What are there only going to be human heroes?
That's a good question. I've considered putting in other races, elves. I'm not really necessarily a huge elf fan. Trolls, things like that. So maybe I'll give it an option. Maybe I'll make that something. You can put in some skin and some kind of like ogre faces and stuff like that. Maybe I'll put that in. That sounds kind of fun. I think we might be onto something.
Oh my god. Now
okay,
kitties,
armor and increase.
Tigra hype, trolls, you say? Oh my god, I want cat people so bad. Cat people.
Everybody
wants cat people.
Everybody's trolling me with the cat people.
No, they're not trolling you, David.
Yeah, I don't think they're cat. I know people like cat people. I don't like cat people.
I know you don't, but everybody else loves cat people. Also, we did talk about putting cat ears in a tail.
Yeah, if we're gone that far, we might as well go a whole way. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Does the world rap?
Yes, it does. The world does wrap.
Not only the world, the dungeon wraps too.
Yes, the dungeon and the world. I mean, the whole thing just wraps. You know, it wraps horizontally. Does not wrap vertically, obviously, but it does wrap horizontally.
Squid people, earth sign people. I mean, it's going Ninja Turtle, dwarfs. I mean, it's insane over here. Shark Man, please.
Shark Man.
Oh my god. Also, Hobo says, I feel so naked running around the world with no beard.
Yeah, I wanted to put beards in, and then I ran out of time. That's basically what it came down to.
BB says, I'm not trolling and I don't care if you don't like cat people. See? I told you. Nobody cares that you don't like cat people. They just want their own cat people.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good feedback.
So, loot. Where does loot come from?
Loot comes from the monsters.
Yeah, they
Where
were
else would it
dropping
come?
it in the invasion. That was when that question was asked.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the invasion guys don't drop very much. That's a nice little bug where it leaves the thing where you are instead of...
Steam Workshop. Moddable, basically.
Oh, is it moddable? New? It is not. And it won't be at launch. But, you know, if, again, it would be something that might be fun to add post-launch.
How many bottles of scotch got killed during this process?
Many bottles of scotch have been killed during the creation of this product.
Oh my god.
Many.
Sloth people.
Many.
Cow class confirmed.
Cow class confirmed.
Flying spaghetti people.
Oh,
Jesus.
man. It is everywhere. All right. Oh, no. Oh.
BB wants to know if the pets can be cursed.
I don't think so. They're just not going to be... They're non-combat, I mean... I'm sorry. There are two types of pets in the game. There are just kind of ambient pets that follow you around and are super cute.
They're none in the game right now. That's planned.
Yeah, well, it's not just planned, but the graphics have been made and stuff, so it's going to be a reality. There are kind of like cute little pets that will follow you around and be cute, but they don't do anything. They don't really interact in any way other than they just kind of teleport around with you and kind of leap around or whatever. But they're also going to be, it's going to be a necromancer class, and they're going to have, you know, they're going to have pets that attack. So there will be two different types of pets. Okay.
Okay. Sorry. I have to flip pages. Uber, bosses, or pandemonium events. I don't know what that means, but I think...
Oh, yeah. There's going to be all sorts of events that happen. Not just invasions on the surface. There are going to be other things that happen as well.
Will you be able to respec your points?
No. Most likely not. But, you know, I can imagine it. Gamers today, they want their respec. And I can imagine they wanted their buyback.
Digging,
they want their smart digging.
And their
they want their buybacks. They want their stuff. And, you know, I'm going to listen, so maybe it'll happen.
Yeah, David will make you work for it.
I'll make you work for it, for sure.
Oh, my lord, is he going to make you work for it? Okay, is there a trick to finding a portal?
No.
It's just luck. It's
just
RNGesus.
luck.
Also, there was a suggestion for maybe
ring.
a kitty pet that maybe if you...
A kitty cat pet?
Kitty cat pet that purrs and heals you or helps
you. Oh! Look at what we just found. We just found an exceptional wand. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Oh, a ring of featherfall.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah. Woo! Dev hacks, there we go. Okay. And I
just want you all to know
holy guacamole.
At one point,
an exceptional beam wand, needle rod.
Remember that these were dropping like all the time?
Yeah.
They were dropping all the time.
267 hit points, heal by 1% of your critical damage that you do, increase magic find by 12%, 69% damage to demons. I have less base damage, but I fire very fast. All right, so let's see with this thing.
Fire very fast?
Oh, it's just a line of death. It's a line of death. Look at that. Oh, man. That is going to be awesome.
Okay.
Okay, good stuff. That is good stuff.
Our ancient items...
Let's get ourselves an extra.
Only passive.
Exactly. Exactly.
David, our ancient items only passive.
No. This ancient item, for instance, is not passive. Neither is this one. This one is teleport. I use it to teleport around. This one is a shield, like a shield buff. There's like healing ones, and there's, there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of different ones. So some are inactive. You'll find one that digs or things like that. So there's different types of ancient items. And they're not all passive. A good portion of them are passive. Because there's just too many buttons in the game as it is. So it's kind of important to make sure that you have that most of them are passive.
Is there a cat level?
Of course.
Are there classes?
There's going to be. It's not in the game right now.
Are there classes in the game?
Yes, classes.
How many do you plan on having?
Right now, 7 or 8 different classes. Right now there are 4 in there.
Are there going to be defense items for the surface, for your base?
That's been something that a lot of people have brought up today. They want mines, and they want, turrets and things like that. So I think I'll probably add some recipes to do things like that. Oh, look at this. We've made it down to the dungeon here. We've made it down to the dungeon.
Is this your first time in a dungeon?
What? No, we haven't made it down to the second level of dungeon.
Oh, okay.
The second level of dungeon.
Does ancient orbs make gear grinding worthless? What? No.
Ancient orbs. No. Ancient orbs are things that you use to rank up or basically skill up. You make your skills more powerful. Ancient items are basically skills. Most of which are passive. Some are active. There's plenty of active ones. But there's also a lot of passive ones.
Is the game going to be open source?
No.
Why are wands guns?
Why wouldn't they be?
Why are they not wands?
What's the difference between a wand and a gun?
Also, it's your fantasy world.
Yeah, this is my fantasy world. But I mean, what's the difference between a wand and a gun?
You don't have to double barrel it. I don't know. I'm totally on board with the wands being guns.
I mean, if you think about it, in like D&D and stuff, wands are guns.
Yeah. What about passive bonuses for your pets, for like faster mining or stuff like that?
No, most likely I won't do something like that. A lot of that stuff I'll put into like rings and scrolls and potions and stuff like that. Will provide most of those kind of buffs.
How big is the world?
Big. I don't know. It's I don't know how to say that. It's like, what kind of unit of measurement do you want me to give you? Oh, it's a line of death.
In dongs, honey.
Measure in dongs.
Will you have a coffee house with barista NPC? Ooh, that's a good suggestion. I'm writing that down. NPC. It's gonna be called Kubi. Because he's a barista. Guns look cool, right? You don't have to reload a wand.
Yeah, you do.
Wands
recharge wands.
Fire.
You recharge wands.
Wands don't fire lead projectiles. Bullets.
Who said that these are lead projectiles? They're not lead projectiles. Oh, I mean, I guess that's the difference between a wand and a gun. But in this game, they're wands. That's why they are firing elemental magic.
Spore says the difference between a wand and a gun is the trigger.
Maybe. I don't know. How many wands have you encountered in your life?
I think in D&D wands, especially ones that are like, they have a specific amount of charges, you still have to like swish it. It's just a different kind of trigger.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In Harry Potter, you still had to say something and do the little hand motion.
Yeah. Well, it's your own fantasy, right?
What is going to end up setting the classes apart?
That's a good question. That's one of the things that I'm kind of working on. I might end up making some kind of unique attribute or passive skill that is just for them. There are also specific items in the game that are really good for your classes. Maybe I'll make those and sets and stuff, make those restricted to that particular character class. So there's probably going to be a few things that help out.
Are ancient items going to be common enough that you can just get all of them and hoard it until you have the perfect set?
No.
Oh. Will monsters be able to break bricks and open doors?
Oh yeah, they were just breaking bricks.
I'm a little behind on chat. Sorry. Cosmic transmog. That's a good question.
No transmog.
Oh, measure in Diablo acts. That's a good.
This is more comparable to Diablo 1 in size than Diablo 2.
Oh, Barclay says.
Again, I'm doing the game by myself, so.
On a scale of 1 to banana.
1 to bananas? Yeah.
How big?
It's about 400,000 bananas.
Okay. That's a lot of bananas. That's a lot of bananas, that guy.
Well, it depends. Is the banana horizontal or is the banana vertical?
Jesus. Can you build a robot that will dig the earth and collect resources for you?
No.
Robot.
No, you have to participate in the game in order to, participate in the game.
Robot of resource collection. I'm writing that down because I'm a lazy gamer and that would totally be great.
I wanted to squash it, but I know it's going to catch on.
Yeah. Is there going to be some basic lore?
Yes.
When will we be able to dual wield wands?
That is a good question. Maybe specific class.
Will I be chugging potions as often as Diablo 2?
No, not quite that often.
BB says David should really eat something. Yeah, David. Oh, Gordon Ramsay's here. Are there melee weapons or different ranged weapons than wands?
No.
Are there
not right now.
Are there slow wands?
Yes. Slow wands that do big damage.
Can we grow bananas in the game?
Not yet.
Another respec question. Respec. No respec.
There is no respec in the game right now. I imagine that people will want it. I don't want to put it in, but I suppose it will end up being in.
Knockback? Is there knockback?
There is knockback. I mean, as I shoot the gun, I can see me move backwards across the platform here. If I'm on the edge here, I'll end up. Well, I guess there's nothing to drop. But if I push the other way, I would drop right off.
There's recoil on the weapons.
There's recoil on the weapons. But if you squat, there's no recoil. So you can prevent the recoil by squatting down. But you can't squat on platforms because that same button pushes you down through the
that's actually kind of a neat mechanic. But can you push monsters back?
No.
Look at those monsters breaking all those blocks.
Yeah, this is going to get ugly real quick in here.
The Cthulhu ones, they will totally take you down. Level up! Oh my god, that was
perfectly timed. Oh shit! It was a big drop. It was a plummet. Oh dear.
I don't know, I think that kind of saved you.
It kind of saved me. I think that it kind of saved me. Woo!
Is the world randomly generated?
Yes, it is.
Okay, can we grow loot boxes in the game?
No.
Will you be adding monster romance to the game?
All the romances.
Will there be a Merkins vendor?
Merkins? No.
Can you milk the cow?
No, not yet.
You called the wand a gun.
I probably did.
Oh my god, Big Hijing says, make the respec require completing a hard quest. You must collect all the ancient orbs.
How about you only have respec in hardcore?
Oh, nice. That's right. Or you could just respec by dying.
Yeah, there's your respec.
Will you need to respec?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's a good question because...
Uh-oh. Things are going poorly here.
Oh, they're dropping themselves down.
Yeah, they were shooting down and like
Do
blowing the
those
hole in the
things-
floor.
I was thinking about this. Do those things blow up the background? Because if they don't, you could just put platforms up, and the platforms they don't affect at all.
That's right.
Platforms. What are the classes in the game?
Right now they are wizard and bard, cleric, and oh my god, these guys, they're just. This wand is fun in that it shoots a lot, but I think that it doesn't do enough damage. I mean, these guys are too armored or whatever, so I think I'm gonna have to. As much as I am in love with this game.
They're not demons, right?
Yeah, these are undead, I believe. Oh, maybe they're just nothing. Yeah, they aren't anything. They're neither demon nor undead.
They're jellos.
Yeah.
They're jellos. Is there a cow level?
I can neither confirm nor deny a cow level.
Yes, there's going to be a cow level. The Space Wizard and the Banker have a romance tale in the game. I love that. Yes,
of course they do.
Any secret unlock levels?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. BB says, God, if you could milk the cow, that BO is going to be awkward.
Okay, I think I got enough to go back to town here. Not enough inventory space.
Did you make the music? If so,
I did.
Do you have any formal music training?
I did make the music. I played music all my life. Piano. I was in marching band. I played percussion for a long time. I play ukulele. Piano, ukulele, percussion. So I play a lot of different instruments, and I practice almost every day, and so I play a lot of music, and I always have.
What programming languages did you?
This has mainly been written in C and C++.
Are there going to be special mobs, named mobs, blah blah blah?
Oh yeah, we just ran across some a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Will you be able to
I'm
share?
all out of love.
Since it's randomly generated, will you be able to share seeds with other people?
Yeah, I thought about that. No, there's no way to do that right now. But maybe there could be a way to do it. It might be tricky to do, but I think it would be really fun to be able to share those seeds with other people somehow. Let me think about that. That's a really good suggestion. I liked that in Starbound, where you could get like a planet coordinates, and then you could go there, and then it would generate the same kind of map. Kind of the disadvantage was that you would, it made some of the farming a little too easy. But it was still very fun to have that. Okay, so I think I can make my boots now. That was the last thing I needed. I have my chest. I hesitate to get up my chest piece because we just have not had very good luck with the gems.
Mighty Poor Gaming says, new drinking game. Every time you answer the cow level question, I'll take a shot.
Yeah, you'll be drunk in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll be hammered in 5 minutes, but you will be dead in 10. Like, please don't do it. Don't do that. Are they going to be flight mechanics?
Yeah, yes, I'm pretty sure that there'll be some sort of flight.
Flight mechanics. Will there be gambling in the game?
Yeah, a gambling vendor.
Yeah. Can you make it so the bard can shoot music notes at the mobs?
They kind of do. I mean, not really, but let's just say that there are special items in the game. We'll just say that.
Are you going to do any development streams?
I might. I haven't currently, but I might.
Is this just for PC?
It is, right now.
So you craft armor, will there also be crafting of weapons?
No, weapons are not craftable. They're only found.
Why is there no ukulele music in the game?
Yeah, why?
Why, David?
Why?
Why?
Because I haven't written all the music for the game yet. That's why.
FC says, thank you for all your hard work, by the way.
Thank you.
Will there be a gelatinous cube level?
There kind of is.
Skills. Oh, mining. Can you mine with your gun? Wand.
You sort of can.
Yeah, depending on which one is. Arcane weapon can.
Right.
Is this multiplayer? Oh, that's another one we've gotten a lot of.
It is not multiplayer now. I would like to make it multiplayer in the future.
Skills seem to
It won't be multiplayer at launch.
Skills seem to be more defensive oriented. Are there going to be...
No, not at all.
Charge, lightnings, fireball, shield charge, stuff like that.
You mean like where you charge across the map and stuff? There are a few things like that are kind of designed. So there'll be more active skills, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, I've got teleport and a few others or whatever, but there will be kind of more movement, a couple movement-based ones. There's some rogue has like hide and shadows and things like that. So
are the uniques different?
What am I doing?
Do they look different?
Oh yeah, they do. They have unique graphics.
Do you feel armor as a flat damage reduction is a good idea? It seems like games have steered away from that idea.
I don't think that it's necessarily a good idea. I mean, it can be. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? The math is the math. I don't know if it really matters in the end, however you want to do your math. You know, I don't really know if it's a good idea or not. Perhaps it's not, but I don't really, you know, I'm going to balance the game the way I want to balance it. I mean, has there really been a reason why people have gone away from it? I mean, it makes maybe things be harder to balance and or scale if you're going to add a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't plan on like adding, this is an MMO that's going to just like get content updates every, you know, 3 months or whatever to kind of keep you playing for years and years and years. This is going to, I'm going to support it and I'm going to probably add on some stuff, but this is going to be much more of a kind of DLC pack kind of thing. If I end up doing expansions or whatever, I would go more that way. It's kind of an old school expansion style, you know, if I'm going to do a whole bunch of adding. I'll put in new stuff, I'll add to it, I'll fix bugs, I'll put in some new items and new recipes and things like that. Those kind of things will happen and be free, quote unquote, for the price of the admission.
When do the vendors update? Mostly hat vendor specifically.
Vendors update once a day.
A game day.
Once a game day, yeah.
Winter
hat, sombrero.
Why did you use C and C++?
Because there's so many things that are written in C++ and C++ has some fun shortcuts that I use, but largely it's written in C. It's probably 90-ish% C.
Okay. Can you unsocket gems, and how do you do it?
You cannot unsocket them right now. I would like to put that in. But you can swap, like I just did. I'm taking this lucky crystal right here, and I'll swap it in. Bam, then the other one comes out. It's a brilliant crystal. I want the brilliant crystal in there, but it gives me the old one when I put in the new one, so it'll cycle through.
Is there a cow level?
Really? You're going to answer that again? You're going to ask that again?
Yes, there's a cow level. Can I, will there be a summoner build?
No. Sort of. I mean, Necromancer is going to have summoning and have pets, but it's going to be different than before. It's really, because there's like all of these little islands and stuff, and there aren't huge areas for things to kind of wander around. It makes it much more difficult to have like a skeleton army that like runs out in front of you. So it's much easier to have that you know, your horde be around you rather than kind of things that are going over the landscape.
Flat damage reduction from armor makes faster weapons too weak, says Arctar. How many unique weapons are you planning on?
Faster weapons too weak. That only assumes if faster weapons do less damage.
I think your weapon did do less damage, right?
Oh, I meant to go to identify my wand. I forgot to do that. There's so much going on, it's hard for me to keep track.
How many unique weapons do you plan on making?
Oh, this is a rare reflective. I think we're going to go with this. we're swapping out this awesome needle thing, but we're gonna go with the reflective one for a little bit. We're gonna see what this is like.
Currently, the game is single player, not multiplayer.
Correct.
When can I buy this?
I'm not sure. You know, I'm trying to finish it up, and you know, it's just being by myself, so it probably won't be in the next few months or so. Whatever, we'll see. For sure this year.
Game controller support.
There will be game controller support.
What are the gear color tiers?
Ooh, a scroll of magic mapping. I'll take that. There is green, which is for common items. Blue, uncommon. Purple, rare. Orange, ultra rare. Gold for unique. Yellow for sets. Maybe some others that we're not talking about right now. Oh, I've got... I guess these are all purple. I'm not sure why I made them purple, but I did.
How can you highlight items on the ground?
You can highlight items on the ground by just mousing over them, or you can hit Alt, and the names will appear over the head of the... Let me show it off here in a second. Oh!
Will there be a cow
invasion? Man, that is nasty. Ah, stabby, stabby. Okay. Ring of Hydra. I'm not sure why there isn't words above right there, but above that one. That seems like a bug.
Oh,
but
sorry,
if you press the Alt, you'll see that it's got the names above the head. Above the
Oh, there they are.
But I'm not sure why this one didn't have it above its thing. There's something wrong there.
Will there be a cow invasion?
Maybe.
How many more tiers of gear are you planning to make? Like, armor
lots.
Tiers.
There are many. And I've got a lot of really cool looks and stuff designed.
Is there going to be a way to display your vanity items so they don't take up a whole bunch of inventory space?
No.
Like a museum or something?
No.
Or
I'm not doing a closet.
So if you want to buy all the vanity items, you're just going to fill up your bank?
Yes.
Okay. What's the price point?
Right now, it's gonna be, it's gonna be indie price, $20 less kind of thing, $20 or less kind of thing. That's, in that price range. It isn't set in stone, but it's gonna be indie price game.
Will there be armor die?
No.
If we died after we saved our progress, can we load and go on from the save?
It saves when you die.
Well, the answer is no. Are you going mobile with release eventually?
I don't have any plans to do it, but maybe. But I mean, I think this game would be extremely difficult to play on mobile.
People play Terraria on mobile.
That's true.
I don't know. It feels like mobile games are like basically the size of the Switch now. Mobile devices.
Yeah.
So.
Vitality, Intelligence 3. Oh, that's a nice one. That's better than this. Swap that up.
Is there a limit to using the
bed? Jeez, another invasion.
Is there a limit to using the bed? Can you just carry it around with you and just sleep wherever the hell you want?
I think you can.
I think you can too. There's no reason not to. I mean, it's so easy to teleport back home.
Yeah, it's just so easy to go back to the surface because you just need to press a button and bam, you're back.
Right.
That, I don't really even think about that.
Can you fuse items together? As in, like, recipes and stuff?
Yes.
Will there be elemental immunity in the game?
Immunity?
Yeah.
No. I mean, maybe
like
in the monsters.
Okay. Health bar above your head.
Yes, everybody has been asking for that. Oh, shit.
Any wands with homing?
Not yet, but that is definitely on the list.
Would you say this is the game you've always wanted to make?
It's a game I've been wanting to make for, a little while, but I wouldn't say always, because this kind of game, the Minecrafty, Starbound, Terraria-style games, it didn't really exist years ago, but it's definitely something I've been thinking about for a while.
Novia says, I'd pay $20 to play this right now in beta. Reject CBNT seconds that. No Kickstart funding.
No.
We're self-funding this game. Can you add something like compass to find the portal? I generated my world twice and now explored the world ice cavern twice. Didn't find one.
That's tough.
David has no sympathy, Verge. Suck it.
That sounds like a unfun experience.
Will you do the portal soon? A lot of people are asking about the portal.
Yeah, we're going to go into the portal in just a minute.
Mobile technology is getting more and more innovative, so it's not impossible. Switch would be awesome. Switch would be awesome. Is there a reason to farm material after one has made a pickaxe and gear, or is it pointless once you have that?
There is, because there are certain runes in the game that you're going to make certain recipes, and those will take, old ore, different types of ores and things like that you're going to need. All right, magic mapping. This we can sell. This, we're done with those.
Oh my god, you need to eat.
I need to eat. I need to do something in an eating.
Benji says,
harvesting.
I would certainly pay the full price now for early access, even with bunny ears. Bugs. Bugs.
There are hard bugs here.
Actually, it's been really impressive. There are very few bugs. Most people have been able to play without any hard crashes, right?
Yeah, it hasn't. I don't know if there's been a hard crash. I mean, I think somebody had a hard crash, but I don't remember what it was. But but largely, people have played without crashing.
Will different elemental attacks have unique effects, i.e. cold slowing enemies?
Yep, that's exactly what it does. It's the cold, cold slows, poison, turns them green, and they are slower, and they're taking damage from fire. They're on fire, and they got smoke effects and stuff, and lightning stuns them, and I think cold freezes them. Anyway, yeah.
Can I duct tape a torch to my hat slot?
I want a light.
Yes. People want light sources. And people...
There are light sources. There are items that give you light sources.
By people, I mean me.
There are items that give you light sources.
I I suggested that David made, like, a flare gun. That was my, like, one big thing. Like, so basically shot out a torch. But he hasn't put it in the game. $30 early access, make it happen. Yeah, Mookat says there's a scroll of light that gives you a bigger light radius. That's true.
That's true.
When should we expect news on release date?
It's just so hard for me to tell. I have no idea when it'll be.
Hopefully soon.
Okay, we got to get to the portal because it's starting to get late.
Yeah, it is. It's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. This is the time that I thought I was going to stream to. I'm just kind of lost in my game here. I'm having such a good time. I don't really know, and I don't really want the stream to end. So, I just want to keep playing.
How long did it take to make?
So far, it has taken 1 year and 2 months, almost exactly 1 year, 1 month, and 3 weeks, or something like that. Right now.
Can you change the zoom level?
No, that is something that a couple people asked. I can do that. I can put a slider in that can change the zoom level. It shouldn't be too difficult to do. But there'll be minimum and maximums that you can do on that. But I should be able to do it. Should be able to zoom in easily. Okay, what am I doing?
You could have defenses for your NPCs in the future. For your base. Yes, it would be awesome.
Yes, everybody would like defenses for the base so that when there's the different invasions and things like that, that things are okay. All right, this room looks nasty.
If you plan on having DLC, would you include it in a regular update?
I don't understand what that means.
I think it means that if you've bought the game, do you get all the
You're going to get updates.
David?
If a DLC, if I sell a DLC for this, it will be basically the equivalent of an expansion. It'll be, oh, here's a bunch of new classes and items and monsters and some new levels or blocks, and it'll be a continuation of the story, or whatever. It's gonna be significant if I do a DLC.
It'll be more like an expansion.
It'll be more like an expansion. You can think of it in kind of expansion terms.
David does plan to keep on working on the game if it does well enough.
Where did
that was part of the plan.
I came in from up here, I think.
Rune worms are confirmed, yes. Zillion says the only bugs I've encountered is due to me being naughty with the debugger. He says, Zillion, you die if you go down while holding S. Really? Are you sure you didn't die from falling damage?
Oh, maybe that's what they're saying.
That's not a bug.
Yeah, that's not a bug.
I had to go away. Did they reply to my question if it is pointless to mine the material once you go pick up the gear? Yes.
Yes.
There's more.
We did.
We did answer it. Sorry, we're behind on chat, so it is a delay.
I understand.
There are recipes that use the previous materials. Flamethrower wand. Exactly. Flamethrower wand. I'm writing that down.
Flamethrower wand. That was on the list, actually.
Can you imagine the great particles that comes with?
Yeah, it does itself.
If I send you my CD of Diablo 2, can you sign it?
Of course.
I know I'm late to the party, but any chance of multiplayer?
I would like to put multiplayer in, but it's not going to be at launch.
Is there a cow level?
Of course.
How many hours will it take to beat the game?
Oh, I don't know. A lot.
Let's see.
If you get really good at it, maybe you could do it in
2 hours? No.
2?
No,
I'm
sorry,
way.
beta.
Oh, the beta, you could do it in maybe 3-ish hours if you got really good at it.
BB played.
But again, it's a fifth of the game, so you're looking at in the 15-hour range if you're really an expert at playing.
The whole game,
yeah. It's got to be even more than that, or whatever.
But then that's just one dungeon.
Yeah, and that's one dungeon, and that's only if you're an expert. Like, first time through, it's going to take 30 hours to get through it, easily. Okay, this may get real ugly real quick here.
UI scaling?
Yeah, I could put that in. All right, here we go.
I was just playing this. Hi, Tweep. Yeah, BB was playing this for, what, 10 hours? And this is just the beta. I think she took 10 hours to beat it. Other people took shorter, but, she got excited by building her house.
Yeah.
Her tower.
Again,
her
you can sit there and play for hours and hours and just not do anything, right? You can. I'm working on my house. I'm working on my hut, my base.
Is the world randomly generated?
It is.
It means this is a game made by a gamer and you won't be scammed. Hopefully. Is there a way to shorten the cooldown on the teleport skill?
Yes. It costs money and orbs. I'm ranking it up right now. Now it's down to 4 seconds.
Oh, is that?
It went from 7 seconds to 4 seconds.
Is that what it does when it upgrades?
Yeah.
So broken. That's the nice thing about single player games. You can put in a whole bunch of broken skills and it doesn't matter. It's just fun. If you die in the game, do you die in real life?
No.
What happens if you die in the game?
Your items drop onto the ground and you have to go recover your corpse, basically.
Wait, what items drop on the ground?
Your equipment and your hotbar, your kind of main bar here, items have a chance at dropping.
What? How many?
A maximum of 5 items on your bar and 2 items, I believe, in your inventory every time you die.
Your inventory? No.
I mean, your equipped
stuff. Okay.
items. 2 of your equipped items.
Is there a way to increase wand magazine capacity? That's a
yes,
good question.
It is. It is the your intelligence skill. So the more you do that, the more it goes up.
And the mana skill does?
The mana skill does the same thing right now. It used to do something
I thought
different.
It was refresh.
No, you know, the wisdom is how fast your recharge is. Another rare one. Oh, I'm just getting stabbed in the face by the shadow.
I was wondering what you were doing. It's okay, that Fez will save you. That's right.
Fez is saving me.
Barclay says 15 hours for the game, so 90 for me. I remember there's replayability, guys.
Yeah, and that's one playthrough. You know, there's just so much to do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you guys not hear me? Well, mostly you guys have to hear David. In lieu of no melee, I wouldn't be upset with a wand of punching. A wand of punching. I like it. Wand of punching. I'm writing this down. That does seem so broken.
What's broken?
The teleport.
Teleport is broken, but it's brokenly fun.
Hi, TVG.
Oh, a little purple item. A little purple inventory full.
Abin says, what's the best way to find a monster from an invasion that goes underground? What happens if you lose a monster underground from your invasion? Because then your NPCs never come back.
Yeah. There's no way. Don't dig holes.
Don't dig holes. Patch your surface.
Oh yeah, that's really nice. Hit points scaled on level and attack speed increase. Attack speed increase, people. Oh yeah, 20% attack speed increase.
Why are you not taking damage?
Because I've got my orb up, my reflective, my ancient orb thing. It should be chewing through it. It seems like there's a bug for it, so we're gonna investigate afterwards.
Do you drop an ear when you die?
You don't drop an ear when you die.
This game reminds me a lot of Terraria. Is it similar?
In some ways, sure. Oh, this is gonna get ugly here. Oh my god. Oh my god.
How many lines of code is in the game?
Jeez, I have no idea. Tens of thousands.
All written by David. All by himself.
Hundreds of thousands, maybe?
Look at all that exploding ground.
There's a lot of exploding ground.
Those mobs are so awesome. I hate them, but I love watching other people try and live through them.
Yeah.
Will the game have difficulty modes?
It will have difficulty modes.
I see you taking tons of hit but not taking damage. Do you have some OP shield going on right now?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like there's a bug. I'm gonna have to investigate afterwards here. The shield should have worn off long ago. Okay, this is the final room, people. This is what we've come here for. This is exactly why we've come here.
Do you have any runes?
Spoiler alert.
Is there? Is that a spoiler alert?
Yeah.
Well, now you spoilered it.
I did?
The wizard is pretty OP, guys. Currently, the wizard has a damage reduction shield and can teleport. And has elemental damage boosts. I mean, it's pretty darn cool.
I think that anyway, I think I've done the calculation on your shielding wrong. So I gotta go take a look at it.
Do you have a favorite loadout? I don't know what that means.
Favorite build?
Oh. That's a good question, I guess, then.
I don't yet. I have been satisfied with so many of them, I don't really know if I have a favorite. Okay, we have made it to the altar room here. Alright, we're gonna need some space. We don't need that. We're gonna eat a few of these. Oh, I can't believe I might destroy one of those. We don't need sand. We don't need gold bricks. Bye-bye, gold bricks. And okay, so one of the things, we're going to open this up. Here we go. Rune word recipe. Any 3 runes become the next rare, okay? So we know we will know that one. Well, I think I could have sold that. Staff of Shadows. Here we go. A wand, pie, and mew runes.
Oh, where'd you get that from?
It creates the Staff of Shadows, which is of course for a rogue.
Wait, where did you get that little piece of paper from? Where did that come from?
It came from the chest. There's 2 chests that give you recipes. And here is the altar where you put things in and you do a combine. So there's lots of recipes. They're hidden. You find all sorts of different things and combinations. You can upgrade stuff here. You can create things here. So basically similar to a Herodic cube kind of thing. So there you go. All right, people. So I think that we're going to end it here and call the stream.
Let's go through a few questions.
Anyway, so let's go through a few of the questions, but I'm gonna call it quits on the character. I'm gonna save and exit, and we'll go back to the main menu, and I'll answer some questions for a little while. Do monsters damage on a hit? Do monsters damage on contact? Monsters can do melee, but you can run through monsters without taking damage.
Okay, mod support?
There is no mod support. There won't be mod support at the beginning, at the launch. Just again, because I'm doing the entire project by myself, so I just don't have the time to deal with that when I'm trying to actually make a game.
Console.
I would love to put it on console, but it really depends on, the success of the product, and if it's successful enough, then for sure I'll be able to continue to support it and do this as a job rather than try and go get a job.
Are there any surprises that you haven't told us about, David?
Oh, there are lots of surprises. There's so many things that people haven't found yet, so I'm excited about that.
Corruption, does it grow?
The corruption does grow.
Can you break them?
You cannot break them currently. Well, not with any of the items that you guys have access to yet.
We saw a rune drop. Oh, interesting. What about no teleport in hardcore?
No.
Will there be...
You can teleport yourself right into trouble as fast as you can teleport yourself out of trouble.
No, I mean teleport to the surface.
Oh, God, no. That would be painful.
That would be horrible. Is there going to be furniture?
I don't know. I've got the bed, but if people really are clamoring for some cosmetic things, maybe I'll put some stuff in. A table and some chairs. And
again, David's doing this all by himself.
A fireplace or something like that. Yeah, I could add a few kind of fun things. Fireplace. Some candles or a picture or two or something like that, a little painting or two, so you can kind of decorate your place. That'd be nice.
Clearly, there would have to be a painting of Devo, the baker.
Devo the baker. I see. All right. Well, that's definitely something.
Mod friendly?
We just talked about mods.
Okay. Would you expect people to speedrun the game?
Yes, I do hope that people will speedrun the game. I am going to do some stuff to support that, in that your game will have kind of a final score. Keep track of how fast you went, how many times you died, kind of the equipment that you found and made, and come up with the score, the formula that comes up with the score for how. And then I don't know about Steam ladders and stuff or how it works, but maybe we'll be able to do something with that as well.
Can we remove the altar and take it back to our base?
You cannot remove the altar and take it back to your base. The altar can't be moved back to the base.
Oh my God, that's almost like a hint. Will there be a cow vanity set dropped by the Cow King? If there's...
God, that is just such a great idea. I want a vanity set. Yes, vanity sets, yes. Maybe I should have a vanity... I have vanity hat, but maybe I should also have vanity... Clothes.
There better be an entire cow set where you look like a effing cow.
An effing cow, all right.
An effing cow. I want that. And you know what? And every now and then you just go moo.
Keep going.
What is the end game? How long have you been
Oh,
working on this?
I've been working on it for a year and 1 month and 3 weeks, and it is what was the other one? There was how long and what was the other one?
I
don't know. My brain's
What's
jello.
the end game?
End game is boss runs, gearing up, trying to find rare items, making specific uniques and things like that, and trying to find and make specific uniques, finding rare runes and making things out of them, and that kind of stuff. It's very similar to kind of Diablo 2's endgame.
Progress saved locally on a server.
Right now it's saved locally. However, I'm trying to put in cloud saves for Steam.
Okay. Multiplayer support.
No multiplayer at launch.
Great. IGT is very useful for timing. Speedrun.com is where most runners are. Oh, that's interesting.
Great.
Be good to when do we get the It Lurks Below merchandise?
Yeah, I was just thinking about this. I was like, man, I think I have enough time to make myself an It Lurks Below t-shirt before GDC. So we got to get on it.
Epsi already made one.
Yeah. Sort of.
We're doing that. The sparkle t-shirt, that's the one I want.
All right, maybe.
What about real t-shirts? Can we get a hobo costume? No, it would be awesome and good promo as well if you did a Reddit AMA.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do a Reddit AMA.
Mr. Eager says, yes, full vanity sets, please. End game, Cow King.
All right. I think that's enough. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. I appreciate it. I've run a little over here like we did last night as well.
A lot over.
Anyway, it was fun. We had a really good time. I hope you enjoyed watching, seeing some kind of the second area, the ice area. We got to go into the portal, which was really exciting. And but we didn't kill the second boss, so maybe we'll come back tomorrow morning and do kind of a boss kill or something like that. We'll see.
Too.
And JQ may be streaming tonight, and so I'll be on her stream tonight. There's a link down below.
You put a link to me?
Yeah, there's a link. I say we regularly stream on your page.
Oh dear.
So if you want to, hang out with us later, it'll be down there. All right, so goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow when we'll continue with It Lurks Below streams. Good night, everybody.
Good night.